Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you'll be able to tell from this makeup look who I'm recreating. Actually, it's in the title. I wonder if anyone else took notice of how her makeup looks on tour. When I saw it, I immediately wanted to recreate it. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a challenge, but I actually really like how it turned out. It's not perfect. I'm sure there's other people out there, other artists who can recreate Ariana Grande's tour makeup better than me, but I really tried my best and I don't mind how it turned out. I will be inserting pictures of how her makeup looked like throughout the video just so you can see and compare it. But yeah, it's pretty cool and interesting. Definitely didn't do as good as her makeup artist, but you know, it's fine. Also, just a disclaimer, I have a band-aid on my finger the whole video because I really ruined my nail. Long story, but it just really hurts and I just needed to put it away in a band-aid. So just sorry if it looks a bit dodgy and gross. So if you guys do enjoy this video and enjoy me recreating celebrity kind of makeup and stuff like that, definitely smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it so much. And if you want to be notified when I upload, smash that post notification bell as well. So if you guys want to see how someone who's really not that good at makeup recreated Ariana Grande's Thank You Next / Sweetener tour makeup, keep on watching. I literally haven't filmed in so long and this feels so good. Of course, my first video back is going to be one of the hardest things ever because obviously as I'm recreating Ariana Grande's makeup look, hopefully from the intro you can see it turned out well, but right now I'm a bit nervous. Obviously I'll insert pictures of her makeup look right here, a few pictures. There's not really any really close-up high definition pictures, but from a lot of pictures from all different angles I've sort of determined how her eyeshadow sort of looked, and I'm just going to try my best to recreate it. So I'm going to be using the Afrique by Juvia's Place palette because all I really need is a brown transition-y shade, so these two and then a silver, and then other than that I just need an eyeliner and I'm done. Seems simple, but I really don't think it will be, so let's jump right in. I'm going to start off using the shade Kissy. I might mix it with a bit of Cameroon and just chuck that in my crease as a transition, very roughly. It doesn't really have to be perfect. I don't know how much of this transition we'll see by the end of the video just because we are putting that silver cut crease in, which also looks really complicated and I'm quite nervous, but it's fine. So I actually just went and did one eye off camera and I'm not gonna lie, it was really hard, so that's gonna be really fun to put on camera now. It's also really not my day because this eye keeps watering and ruining all the eyeliner. I have to keep fixing it, so if you see this eye looking a bit funny from my eyes being watery, just ignore it for the time being. I don't know how much I'm going to show on camera just because this is a really hard eye look. It looks kind of simple, but this one part just really stuffs me up and I just couldn't perfect it and I'm really struggling. So grab my Stila liquid liner and I'm going to do the first initial wing that Ariana always has. Thank God this is the easiest part, which when would anyone ever say that wing liner is the easiest part? Never is the answer. I'm just going to really quickly do a wing liner, a pretty thick one too, which is fun because every time I do eyeliner, every single time it always goes to the point where it just gets thicker and thicker. And today I have an excuse to do a really thick wing because it's Ariana Grande. I literally just feel this eye dripping and it's just not fun. And now time for the wing, which I'm actually not that scared of because if I do stuff it up I can just wipe it off with a makeup wipe. I literally just had to go and finish this wing off camera because this eye was literally full of water, all under here was just drenched. And it's still watering so much, I don't know what to do. I'm on the verge of wanting to stop filming because it's just watering so much. But as long as it's not ruining the eye look, then I'm fine. So I just did this wing pretty thick, as you can tell. You're gonna notice as I do that little line here, I'm gonna struggle a lot. I use concealer to clean it. It's a very long process. So we're just gonna try to do it together real quick and pray that I don't ruin everything because it's actually really hard. I'm sure there's better artists out there who can literally recreate this look so easy and seamlessly and make it look perfect, but I'm just the budget version of all of them. So I like to do a very light, simple line and then go in and keep fixing it, which by the way also doesn't really work out that well, so I don't recommend this technique. They're not going to be even, but I think that's the best I can do. This next step is a little unnecessary. I did it on this side just because this line here is really dodgy and it got really thick and I need to conceal it and fix it. But I feel putting concealer anyway just really helps map out where you want to put the silver shade. It just helps with being more precise. So I take a really small angled brush and I put concealer just on the end and I very lightly and carefully just put it where I want to put the silver shade. I'm also putting it down just so the silver has something to stick to and so it has more pigment. Not that the silver from this palette needs any help because it's literally so pigmented on its own, but now I'm just going to take a flat shader brush and put that all over where I just put the concealer. By the way, yes, you will need to touch up your eyeliner because the silver will get all over it. Like, look how pigmented that is. And it's not looking too bad. I just need to fix my eyeliner and we're basically done. If you're wondering, this eye is still watering like crazy and it's really annoying. Now I'm just gonna go over the eyeliner because obviously all the silver went all over it. I think this part of my eye turned out better just because it's my right side and I'm right-handed, so it's a bit harder to do it on the other side. Definitely not even, but like, what can you do? I also don't know if putting eyeliner on first and then the silver shade is like the best technique, but I know Ariana Grande does eyeliner first. I'm pretty sure, like, if you look at these pictures, she has her eyeliner on and no silver shadow, so I'm sure there's better techniques and better artists who can do this look, but I'm really not that talented and my eyes are watering like crazy. So I'm gonna go chuck my lash on and we'll be back for my base. I finally got my favorite primer back. I purchased it, it was half price, the Nivea Post Shave Balm. I know a lot of people don't like this, but it really does help keep my makeup on all day and all night. And if you're on tour like Ariana Grande, you literally need a primer like this. I can't even imagine how her makeup will look after a full concert because, like, surely you'd be sweating from dancing and singing so much. My makeup would probably come off in like the first 10 minutes. Like, for foundation, I'm gonna go with my Maybelline Superstay 24-hour foundation in the shade Warm Sun. Of all my foundations, this is definitely the foundation that lasts the longest on my skin. It's also extremely good coverage. Like, this is the foundation I wore when I went to Thailand where it was really hot and sweaty. And my foundation, after being drenched in sweat, like literally dripping down my face, my foundation looked really good by the end of the day. Now for concealer, I'm going to go with my Colourpop concealers in the shade Medium 22 and Medium 26. These are just really full coverage concealers, and I feel like if you're performing, you really do need that full coverage, especially because she gets like such high definition pictures of her. I like how I'm acting like this makeup's gonna be like for someone who's gonna be doing the same thing as her. I'm literally just recreating her look. Like, I'm not gonna go on stage and perform, so I don't know why I keep saying all these tips and tricks on how to keep your makeup long lasting for performing. Literally look at that brightness, coverage. I love Colourpop, honestly. One of my favorite brands for sure. Literally imagine being a beauty guru who like bakes their face so perfectly. Like, look at all my, I just look crazy. I just quickly baked my face with my Rimmel Matte Perfection loose powder just because my concealer was creasing real quick, and I just wanted to bake my T-zone just because that's where I get the most oily and sweaty. And when you're performing, you don't want your makeup to come off. I'm gonna stop making like performancing references because like none of us are gonna perform, you know, so we don't really need those kind of tips and tricks, but this is what I would do on a normal day anyway because I don't like looking shiny. Now using my Rimmel Stay Matte, I'm gonna wipe my bake off and like press it in with my Rimmel Stay Matte, so it's like double setting my T-zone. This is just another thing to prove that I literally use 100 billion powders on top of each other. I feel like the baking powder isn't really as brightening as my Rimmel Stay Matte, so that's why I like to press it over the top. To think that there was a day where I set my under eyes with like pressed powder, because I've tried that recently and it literally looked so bad. I was in shock. Now to set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my Australis Fresh and Flawless powder, just on the same brush. I love this powder so much because it just gives so much coverage. To mention, lucky I am fake tanned like Ariana Grande, which by the way, can we just talk about that for a second? How she's so tan. Like, she used to be so pale. I'm guessing she's like naturally pale. But how does she never have like a bad tan day? Like, her tan looks perfectly dark and amazing at all times. Really quickly, I'm just going to bronze my face with my Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Soleil, and then I'm going to contour with my Hoola Benefit. Anyway, back to what I was saying. How is Ariana Grande so tan, and how does it look so perfect every time? Because yes, she's rich and famous, she has people to do shit for her, like, she has all the best products, but like, fake tan, you have to scrub off, you know? Like, she still has to scrub her tan off. So how does she like have it so perfect 24/7? I will never understand that. And she's like a busy girl. Like, when do we ever see her looking like a little pale, you know? Never. Funny, because of all the things she's done, that's like the thing that blows my mind the most. Like, that she has such a perfect tan at all times. Because I just find it so hard to maintain a fake tan and having to redo it. So I'm literally the most lazy person ever. Maybe she's just not lazy. If anyone wants to explain it in the comments below, definitely feel free to. Because surely she doesn't have a natural tan. Like, she was really pale in like Victoria's days. And she lives in New York, which isn't necessarily the most sunny, hot place, you know? And she doesn't go anywhere to like get a real tan. Like, she could be one of those girls who uses a solarium, which is really scary, but it would make a lot of sense. Now, something I noticed about Ariana Grande, she always has a really crazy highlight, especially on stage with all those lights. Like, I really wonder what highlighter she uses. Anyway, so I'm gonna go with my most intense highlighter that I have in my collection, and it's the Jeffree Star highlighter in the shade Sarcophagus. All of his highlighters are really intense, but this is just my favorite one. Like setting spray for you don't need it. Such a pretty shade as well. I'm really just going in with the highlighter just because she always looks like she has a really intense one. Now I want to look like I have a really intense one, which really isn't that hard with the Jeffree Star highlighter. Really quickly, I'm just going to do my brows, nothing special. I'm not going to copy Ariana Grande's brows because I don't know how to do brows and I just don't even want to try, and I'm pretty sure she has like a completely different brow shape to me. So I'm just brushing them with my expired Australis brow tint. Finish off this look, I'm going to do my lips now. I honestly have no idea what kind of lip shade she uses, but I think I'm going to go in with my usual lip liner from Colourpop in the shade Bound. And then I thought I'd change it up a little because I always use MAC lipsticks. I'm going to try the Too Faced Melted Lipstick in the shade Chihuahua. I think it looks like a similar shade that she's worn before. Then obviously because of the 7 Rings reference, I have to put some lip gloss on, and I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty lip gloss in the shade Fussy. I am going to do this off camera just because I look really stupid when I do lips on camera, and it's just a whole ordeal. And yeah, you don't want to see me looking all ugly, and so I'll be back. I always overline my lips anyway, but I decided to extra overline them just because Ariana has quite full lips. So now I'm just going to go in with the shade Chihuahua from Too Faced. I don't know if this is going to be too purple for this look, but we'll just try it out. I need more shades because I love the applicator of the Too Faced Melted Lipsticks. Like, they're really easy to apply. Doesn't look too bad. Far out, my lips look really juicy today. Now for lip gloss. My gloss is seriously popping. Ew. I feel like as an Australian, that just sentence sounds really bad with my accent. Or maybe it just sounds bad if you're not like rapping, singing it. But my gloss is popping. That is so cringe. I literally never want to say that ever again. So this is the final look. I know I could have tied my hair up and looked all Ariana Grande, but I'm just not into committing that far. I have really thick hair and I just couldn't be bothered tying it up just to take it down. But I actually don't think it like turned out too bad. Like, this is the makeup. I don't think it looks like the worst, especially when you compare it to her. Let's compare us. It's not too bad, honestly. I also decided to wear a red top because I know she wears like a red outfit with this makeup on tour. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love recreating celebrity makeup, but I'm always so bad at it, so it's like kind of funny and a challenge. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel because I'm finally back into uploading regularly, which is just really exciting and really fun. And if you want to be notified for when I do upload, definitely hit the post notification bell as well. I really appreciate everyone who watches and comments and supports me, like it means the world, and I'm really appreciative. So thank you to anyone who's watching this far, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.